Hi everybody, how are you? Tess Crawley, of course, clinical and forensic psychologist and director of Dr. Tess Crawley and Associates, coming to you live today on day 90 of my 90-day vlog challenge, and it has been an amazing challenge. I have to confess I've actually loved every minute of doing these live vlogs, talking to each of you every day, and certainly feeling like there's been a bit of a relationship built between you guys and me as we have gone forward with these videos each day. Certainly we've had some really great topics that have popped up for conversation, so some of those have been topics that you guys have suggested. Some of them have been topics that other professionals have asked me to talk about. Some of them have been topics that have just sprung into my mind because of what might have been current in the media at the time, or current within the practice at the time, or things that were happening within our practice. So there's been such an array of conversations. Sorry, I'm sharing while I'm talking. Such an array of conversations over the last 90 days, and all of the videos, I can't recall if yesterday's has gone in yet, but other than yesterday's, all of the videos are now live in our on my YouTube channel. So just Tess Crawley on YouTube. So you can hop onto YouTube and you can scroll through and you'll see them all uploaded in order. Now there's over 100 videos on the YouTube channel because I had already done a 5-day vlog challenge before starting the 90-day challenge, and I had also done a couple of little random videos before that. It's very entertaining, or should I say cringeworthy for me to have a look at some of my earliest vlogs, because they were, well, noticeably they were a lot shorter, but also there's so much that I've learnt about how to communicate with you all over the course of this 90-day challenge. So naturally, in the background, I've been wondering, what will I do after the 90 days? So before I answer that question, I wanted to also talk a little bit about why these vlogs for me are so important. So I know that there's a few of you watching at the moment. So hi Jen saying congratulations. Thank you very much for your kind words, Jen, and hi Kim. And I want to say thank you to all of you who've been regular viewers of these videos. Jen, Kim, Donna, Judy, there have been so many of you who have been regular contributors, either through watching and liking and sharing and commenting and asking questions, and I really appreciate the engagement that you guys have had with these videos, because it helps motivate me when I know that people are interested in some of the particular topics that I'm talking about. So one of the things that I wanted to mention was that recently some other psychology and other mental health professionals have been asking questions of me, like, why are you doing these videos, and how do you feel about being so public, out in the public eye? I've mentioned before that I used to work in the prison, and when I left forensic mental health services, when I didn't work there anymore, I reckon I spent a good 6 months looking over my shoulder, worried about people knowing who I was, and knowing where I lived, and knowing what my car looked like. You know, working in a prison setting does sort of create a little bit of paranoia. But I eventually got over that. And what I found with the videos is that I get feedback from people I don't realize are watching them. So it might be family lawyers that I do work with, or it might be GPs that I'm familiar with, or it might be other psychologists who I know personally, and not to mention all the clients who have talked about how helpful they've found some of the information that I've shared. And let's get down to it. That's why I do it. I do it because I have, how many years now? 17-ish years of experience as a psychologist. That doesn't make me, the expert psychologist. It just makes me an experienced clinical psychologist. And I've got lots of information and lots of ideas and lots of research that I've read and lots of training that I've done, and that informs a wealth of information in here that I'm really happy to share. I know that there are lots and lots and lots of self-help books available on the market. There's always Dr. Google, and I sort of feel a bit of an obligation at this stage in my career to make sure that I'm contributing helpfully and meaningfully to the community on two levels. First of all, sharing information and doing that as a free psychoeducational service is very important to me. It speaks to my values of what do we offer our community as an added value to the work that we do, treating individual clients and liaising with individual GPs. What extra value can we add? Not only that, I think that some people might not see a psychologist because they're not sure what to expect, and when they see some of my videos they can see that I'm just a person like anybody else. I can have a laugh at myself occasionally, and I'm fairly approachable. My whole team are like that. We are all just normal human beings, very approachable. We've all got our own interpersonal style, and we all are really keen. The reason we do this job is to meet people's needs and offer what we can to help you progress in your own life, to live a fulfilling, joyful, relaxed, anxiety-free, depression-free life. Now, that might be wishing for the impossible, but that's our aim, is to help you get there, or to get as close as you possibly can to that end result. And I think that I'm getting more messages. Thanks, Jen. Thanks, Mel. And I think that one of our obligations as mental health professionals is to engage with our community. So for me, the vlogs are helping our service engage with community, not just our service, but our profession, engage with the community, break down some of those barriers, and also the main point beyond that, of course, is reducing stigma. So reducing stigma about mental health issues, reducing the stigma about talking about mental health. I have not disappeared in a puff of smoke by talking out loud about these issues. I have in some videos disclosed some of my own personal struggles in the past. So I think it's really important that we all feel more comfortable talking about psychological matters, talking about mental health issues, talking about mental illness, but also talking about mental wellness and how to get there. So that's stigma reduction. That's why I started the Stigma Rebellion, to encourage you all to have a place where you can speak more freely. And if you get confidence within that forum, which is a bit more private, then you might feel more confident to go the next level and speak more freely with your friends and family, and then even the next level and speak more freely within your workplace, and so on. So these videos, for me, it's been very gratifying to know that people watch them, to know that people are getting something out of them, and it encourages me to want to do more of the same, to want to offer more to the community. So in the background, there's lots happening behind the scenes. So behind the scenes, every single video has been transcribed. All of those transcriptions are in the process of being edited by me. I'm crying tears of pain that I will be editing every single one. Some of them have already gone onto our website as a written blog with a link to the video. The rest of them are being edited and will also end up on the blog part of our website, tesscrawley.com.au, so you can access that content anytime. I'm very behind. I apologise. I'm very behind with that at the moment, but we will get on top of that now that I'm going to have a little bit more time up my sleeve over the summer period. Beyond the blog, some of the content goes together. So across the course of 90 days, we've talked quite a bit about anxiety. We've talked quite a bit about perinatal issues. We've talked quite a bit about the family courts and so on. So I will also be compiling some of that transcribed material, re-editing it so that it flows together more neatly, and packaging that as free ebooks that will be available for download from my website. So these resources, they're the gift that keeps giving. They will be available in various formats, so that if there's a specific topic that you want to know more about, whether it's anxiety management, whether it's looking after your self-care strategies and so on, these will over time become available on the website, and every time we add something to the website, I'll let you guys know that it's there so you can download it for yourselves if you want to. Beyond that, there's all sorts of things that can happen. I may end up running some workshops, I may end up writing some books. There's a number of things that I've got planned for the next 12 months, and in fact I'm going to be receiving some intensive mentoring and coaching myself over the next 12 months to make sure that all those plans and ideas that I've got reach a really exciting conclusion, so that, you know, the ideas I have aren't just a mishmash of exciting thoughts. They will end up as a practical plan with a range of free resources available as a result of that over the course of the coming year. Now then, also within each of my fabulous groups, I love you all so much, within each of these groups you'll find over the coming weeks that I will start, and I've just remembered I've not shared into all my groups, don't want to miss anybody. I will start posting content that is specific to each group. So if you're a mental health professional and you've not yet joined one of my mental health professional groups, then you need to have a think about doing that. So there is Psychology Supervisors Australia, if you're a psychology supervisor or almost finished your training to become a psychology supervisor. So for that one, you need to be a registered psychologist, and you need to be either completing the supervisor training or have completed it and be an approved supervisor. There's also Rural Mental Health Professionals Australia. So if you've got an interest in rural mental health, you're practicing in a rural location, or you're a researcher on rural mental health, and you're either a health professional, a mental health professional, or another allied health professional with an interest in rural mental health, such a mouthful, then please feel free to join Rural Mental Health Professionals Australia. Those two groups give you an idea of areas of interest of mine where I'll be creating specific content appealing to the members of those specific groups. Then there's also the meeting room. And the meeting room, I think its full name is, I'll just double check it because I just discovered the other day there's actually a couple of other Facebook groups called the meeting room. It's called the Meeting Room Mental Health Practitioners Australia. So that is for all of you to join. So no sort of contents, no specific area of mental health. That's open for all of you. So it's kind of like the Stigma Rebellion, which is open to the entire community, but it's for mental health professionals in whatever field. And that will have some content specific to it as well. And of course, my Stigma Rebels, you are not left out. You are all welcome to join the Stigma Rebellion if you haven't already done so. Please do. It's a great community, lots of subtle elements of support going on, and gradually increasing the number of questions that people are asking within that group. And obviously, I'm hoping they're happy with the responses that they're receiving from myself as well as others in that group. A lovely little support forum, if you like. It's not meant to be treatment. It's not meant to be a support group per se. It's just a little community of people interested in mental health, whether that's through their own lived experience, whether they're a mental health professional, or whether they're a student, or whether they're just interested in mental health. So join the Stigma Rebellion, be a stigma rebel like me, share the hell out of this stuff, get people talking about mental health. You can share from my main page, Dr. Tess Crawley and Associates. You can't share from the closed groups, but you can certainly comment and ask questions more privately within those closed groups. So the Stigma Rebellion will have opportunities for specific content. There'll also be live Q&A sessions that I will run independently of within each of those groups from time to time, and I'll give you plenty of notice when there's a live Q&A session happening and how to access that. What I learnt the other week was that trying to run a Q&A session, hi Rennie, thank you very much for your congratulations, running a Q&A session across 3 groups simultaneously was a technological challenge. I think I managed it in the end, but it's probably not the best way to go going forward. So I'll keep the Q&A sessions specific to each content area as well. I do have another group that I'm about to launch. I haven't done so yet, so watch this space. There's another group within the forensic psychology area, so if you're interested in forensic psychology, keep your eyes on the page, because I will be launching another group soon, and that will have, obviously, you know, content. Look at my tiara. That will have content specific to it as well. Golly gosh, what a day. So it's been very exciting. I'm trying to think if there's anything I've missed in terms of what's coming up. I have some announcements to make about our plans for the new year. Very exciting announcements, but I'll be saving those for another day. Still got a few I's to dot and T's to cross before I can announce those publicly, but I certainly will keep you guys in the loop about those. As you know, we're recruiting for our Launceston office. We've got all sorts of growth needs within our Launceston office because some of our fabulous clinicians are returning to their hometown of Hobart. We're happy to hear from you if you're interested in joining our Hobart team as well. For Launceston, we can employ people under our funding model that we have that only covers Launceston and our rural outreach. In Hobart, we can't offer that employment model, but happy to talk to you about coming on board as a contractor. Would love to hear from you, especially if you're interested in perinatal mental health or working with children and adolescents. So let me know. But all comers, just send me a message if you're curious and want to know more, because I'm happy to let you know what we've got on offer. So growth aplenty is coming our way, and I'll tell you more about that in another post once I can. So in the spirit of Thanksgiving, which I know that Donna, one of our Stigma Rebels, who regularly comments on my videos and watches them all, she's an American-based member of the Stigma Rebellion. I would like to say happy Thanksgiving to all our American followers, and in the spirit of that, I want to thank all of you for the support you're showing this page, for the support you're showing to mental health, and for the support that you're showing to me personally as well. It really does mean a lot, and I want to say thank you very much for that. One last thank you. Probably the greatest stigma rebel ever known to man is my Nana, who watches every single one of these videos and comments as much as she possibly can from my personal page. I would like to say, Nana, I love you. You're an inspiration to me. Your experience as a businesswoman has certainly inspired where I am today, and I like the whole world to know it. So thank you very much, my darling. That's it. Thank you. Day 90, done and dusted. I'm very excited to move on to the next stage. Yes, Jen, yay Nana, absolutely yay Nana. I intend at some point to do an entire vlog on my story of being a businesswoman, and Nana features largely in that story too, as do other family members of mine. So I will be, I don't know whether I'll give them a heads up or not that they're going to be YouTube stars, at least in reference. Thank you all for being with me today. I can see there's 5 of you. Thank you so much for being here today. Thank you so much for all the support. I will talk to you again, if not tomorrow. Who knows what mood might take me, but if not tomorrow, very soon indeed. So have a fabulous Friday. Enjoy the rest of your day. Have a lovely weekend. And to those of you who are in America or are American in Australia, happy Thanksgiving. Have a fabulous day. Bye-bye for now.